Failed with minor repairs, repairs by a fully licensed vendor. Permit may be required. Engineer oversight, 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in lieu of a load test. Load test still may be required by the AHJ.
Fire escape inspection summary video. This is the first of, I believe there's 3 or 4 systems starting up on the roof. This is a pass-fail inspection. It's not a repair report inspection. We're looking for the fire escape to be structurally sound and that it's painted. This is actually a combination of wood fire escape stairs that are outside and metal balconies, as you'll see as I head down. So looks like it was constructed pre-1978. There should be no welding done on this fire escape. In order to certify the fire escape, we have 3 options. Any connections that are suspect we can load test, or we can do full refurb in lieu of a load test, or we can do spot repairs and partial load test and provide an opinion affidavit letter stating that the fire escape is ready for its intended use, but that is going to require that the liability be taken away from fire escape engineers and the owner. So I think I'm going to be able to get all this in this system all in one video, so let me proceed. Number 1, the interior stairs, they could use a good, they're all pretty well painted, could probably use some maintenance painting and also some cleanup. There's been a lot of bird droppings, and this is coming off the roof, not so much for the tenants, but as you can see, it's pretty well, lots of droppings all down through here. There's a number of numerous little obstructions. They tried to put this, I know they created this netting to keep, I'm sure, either keep people from falling through or birds. I'm not really sure why, but it's loose in lots of areas that can grab someone as they go down. You can see more droppings here, but the structure is it's all been an engineered structure. The wood, for the most part, has new hex head bolts and strapping that was designed originally with the building. So we're not really going to be able to certify all those, but those appear to be in good order for the most part. But the main issues with this are these the balcony fire escapes. They are painted, so you can see we've got some surface rust starting to occur. It's probably galvanized. I don't see any major rust jacking. However, this particular balcony is settling. It's leaning down from the building, and you can see that some of these, a few of the connections are suspect. These bolts all look good, but we're starting to get surface rust with the original hardware on the metal part of the fire escape, and I'll show you the problem with that as we go down. This one in relatively good order. Again, just keep it clean it up so no one is being caught with anything that they're going to slip on. But you can see this balcony is definitely, even though you've got the sag of the bottom of the rail, but you can see all along here it's all sagging down. You've got some suspect connections there. We'd want to pull that apart, clean out that rust, prime it and repaint it and rebolt it with new bolts. You can see here pulling away from the building. So even though those are new bolts, those are suspect. This connection is suspect here. You can even see these bolts here starting to, something is pulling that down. I don't know if it was just drilled that way. But you can see we want to come in, might have to add some new Home Depot type straps on some of these wood connections. I just realized I stepped on here. This is a little bit spongy, but you can see rust occurring back in here. That connection is suspect. Underneath you can see again some of the connections are suspect. This needs some paint underneath. You've got some, all kinds of obstructions here that need to be removed. Nothing can be in the way of the means of egress. The plant here, but again, same condition here. If anything, power wash this off, keep it clean. But these connections, we can't certify these connections back to the building unless we do some more major investigative work. So we can either back up these bolts with new clips back into the building. But you can see here, this is indicating that that water is getting behind that connection, and you've got these rusty tiers coming down. So that connection is suspect. Again, all of these railings connections back to the wood posts are suspect. These kind of thing is, I mean, we can put a clip along here to help with that, but the wood appears in relatively good order. Mostly I see issues with the metal, but again, obstructions, cleaning up, power washing these stairs, making sure there's nothing that's going to make you trip. All these connections look pretty well, but these are mostly building, part of the building. Just some maintenance. You can see again here, all for some reason all of these railings are all sagging. Yeah, you can see this connection. I think I may have already talked about this one, but no, maybe not. This is the one down below, the one up above that I was just at up above. You can see we're getting some distress in here. Again, probably clean this up, add some new straps in there. So, this fire escape is not ready to be load tested yet. Still some work that's going to need to be done. Connection is suspect. This connection is definitely suspect and pulling away. Continuing down to the next level. Similar conditions here. The ladder is punched through. It appears relatively solid, but again, this connection is that bolt is suspect. This one, we don't know how solid that is. You can see up above here that connection is pulling away, getting some rust on this connection. Again, paint needed. I'm not sure if that's lead paint or not, but you're starting to see some peeling paint. So no welds. You're getting some rust occurring in the other side of that slat. So it's probably going to need at least 25 to 50% paint. The wood, as I said, just occasionally coming in, having a good look at it, and restrapping some of these connections. But nothing that is, it is good and solid. This is the bottom platform. Again, railing sagging for some reason and pulling away from the building at that point. You can see it's sagging down, so something is causing distress on this balcony. And all these connections just cleaned out. I mean, we've got a lot of debris and cobwebs, and it probably could use a good paint. I'm assuming all of these are cable lines, but all these connections are pretty solid. Coming down, this is the bottom level. The footings look good. The wood is up off the floor, up off the concrete. I don't see any real incidents of any rusting occurring. This is again a pre-existing non-conforming system, so this is kind of an unusual to have the ladder back. But I guess there's no way to get by if you have it straight down. So We want to make sure that all this is okay with the authority having jurisdiction. But you can see rust occurring and more rust over here. So that's going to conclude my inspection. This is system number 1. There's another system at the end here that I'm going to take a look at. But if you have any questions, Fire Escape Engineers, 866-649-0333.
Load test still may be required by the AHJ. Failed with minor repairs. Repairs by a fully licensed vendor. Permit may be required. Engineer oversight, 3 site visits. Certification with owner liability in lieu of a load test. Fire escape issues. Photos represent what the violations are, not where they are or how many exist. Pass-fail inspection, not technical repair report.